Welcome back to The Search is Over, an iGEMStv podcast. I'm John Fitzgerald and happy to be your guide to engaging movies and series. We have yet another diverse roster of selections for you this week, and with this year's Emmy nominations being announced on Tuesday, we've put together a selection of the 10 best series so far this year. And the late, great Ray Liotta gives a superb supporting performance in a thrilling new limited series, and one of the biggest international films of the year is now streaming. So let's start there. Kicking things off with RRR. A fearless warrior on a perilous mission comes face to face with a steely cop serving British forces in this epic saga set in pre-independent India. This film is available to watch in the Hindi language with English subtitles. The Indian blockbuster is filled with action, romance, and melodrama, and has become one of the most surprising successes of the last few months, no doubt due to its noble themes of brotherhood, solidarity, and revolution against oppression. You can see RRR on Netflix. Next up, Girl in the Picture. A young mother's mysterious death and her son's subsequent kidnapping blow open a decades-long mystery about the woman's true identity and the murderous federal fugitive at the center of it all. Less a true crime documentary than a terse and compelling exploration of a young woman born into a life she could never truly escape. The astonishing details and riveting tragedy of this investigation make it stand out in a sea of new true crime content. Here's the trailer.
In 2002, a friend sent me a photograph. It was a picture of a little girl, her father. The more you looked at the picture and the more you looked at her, you could see something was terribly wrong. The only person that knew her real identity was her father.
Franklin Floyd had been a fugitive for almost 2 decades. He robbed a bank. He had a history of violence.
He was an expert and concealed his identity.
He had a daughter, Sharon Marshall.
She wanted to go to Georgia Tech, be an aerospace engineer. I remember the phone call, and she said she was pregnant, but Daddy won't let me go to college now.
We discovered that they changed their names. He took her around to strip clubs to make a living for him. There's a big question here. What happened to Sharon Marshall?
As an investigative journalist, you try to get down to the truth.
All this information, very simple to analyze, and we had a real problem.
This is more than just a crime story. Who is this girl?
She went by many names.
We had a portrait of very different people.
This beautiful young woman was trapped in evil.
She was stuck and didn't know how to get out.
What happened? And who the hell is she?
You can see Girl in the Picture on Netflix. And finally, Hit the Road. A middle-aged couple and their 2 sons embark on a road trip across the Iranian countryside. Over the course of their journey, they bond over memories of the past, grapple with fears of the unknown, and fuss over their sick dog. The film was shot in the Persian language and is available with English subtitles. A critical favorite from last year's Cannes Film Festival, this well-meaning comedy drama uses its road trip premise to slightly critique Iranian society and showcase its landscape through incredibly composed cinematography. You can see Hit the Road on Apple, Google Play, Vudu, and Amazon. On the series side, we kick things off with Blackbird, the true story of convicted drug dealer Jimmy Keene, who is offered his freedom in exchange for coaxing a confession out of suspected serial killer Larry Hall and finding out where his victims are buried. Adapted by legendary crime author and screenwriter Dennis Lehane, this miniseries is a gripping psychological drama that surges on the talents of its 2 leads, Taron Egerton and Paul Walter Hauser, and features one of Ray Liotta's final roles. Here's the trailer.
I never wanted this for you. I wanted a totally different life. a steady paycheck, kids, a family.
Dad.
Tell me there's a way out of this.
Not a quick one.
We would like you to transfer to another prison and befriend someone to elicit a confession.
We suspect that this man killed 14 women, but we only have one of the bodies.
Larry has vivid dreams.
Tell me about him.
In my dreams, I kill women. Those are just dreams.
In this prison, where the guys?
Maximum security specializing in the criminally insane.
You want me to check into hell and befriend the demon? Not for all the money in the world.
How about freedom? Paul's conviction's on appeal. He could win and walk. You had the chance to stop him. Don't approach him too early or he'll know we sent you for him.
Why are you looking at me like that? Like you know me.
If it gets out that you're here to snitch, that's going to be a very unfortunate day.
Accelerate your timetable. If he walks, he'll kill. Again and again.
If you think you could be in danger, you are in danger.
You can see Blackbird on Apple Plus. Next up, Maggie. As a psychic, Maggie regularly sees the fate of her friends, parents, clients, and random strangers on the street. But when she suddenly sees a glimpse of her own future, she must start living in her own present. A charming high-concept sitcom that is easy to watch and features wonderfully earnest and funny performance by lead actress Rebecca Rittenhouse. Here's the trailer.
I'm seeing a romance. Okay. I'm seeing the initials JM monogrammed on his pillowcases.
Are you kidding me? You slept with Jason?
Oh.
So, you know, I always thought I was a little psychic.
Are you doing the reading or
No,
just
yeah.
put your hands on the
Got
table? You will fall in love. It's gonna be unlike anything you've ever experienced. It'll be a wedding and a family.
You okay?
I got this feeling. I'm not supposed to see my own future. This never happened before.
I was married with a kid. No way. You have to, like, talk to people to get married.
This is a happy thing. Why are you fighting that?
You have been my psychic since I was in 7th grade.
Bitch, don't age me like that.
Okay.
You know as well as I do that the future always shows up, whether you want it to or not.
Hi! I'm the new neighbor, Jessie.
Don't worry, babe. I saved the heavy boxes for you.
Ben!
Maggie!
Hi!
What are you doing here?
I live here.
I live here. Now. With Jesse.
I did not see that coming.
It's no picnic raising a psychic. No woman needs her teen daughter forecasting her hot flashes like the weather report.
That was actually helpful.
I saw myself ending up with Ben. I was wrong, and I end up alone.
There are some perks to being single. That being said, it sounds like a nightmare, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Your problem is, you can see the future, but you never see past it.
What's past the future?
Hope, honey.
You could see Maggie on Hulu. And finally, Moonhaven. Bella Sway, a lunar cargo pilot and smuggler 100 years in the future, finds herself accused of a crime and marooned on Moonhaven, a utopian community set on a 500 square mile Garden of Eden built on the moon to find solutions to problems that will soon end civilization on Mother Earth. This science fiction series uses a slower pace to great advantage, building a fascinating, futuristic world that is meticulously thought out and thoroughly original. Here's the trailer.
The technology to save our world is coming. Over the last century, we have turned a corner. We are on the verge of the climate that no longer seeks to destroy us. The mission of Moonhaven isn't simply about solving the crushing problems of our planet. It's about solving us.
Welcome to Moonhaven.
Moonhaven isn't a people. It's a purpose.
It takes a while to get used to this.
I get that this is supposed to be our future, but you and I know darkness finds a way.
Hasn't been a murder here in a long time. Now there are two.
Earth extremists have found a way to get an agent on the moon.
The Earthers will kill us all!
There are Earthers amongst us causing chaos. And your pilot is involved.
Bella helps us.
She's not what she seems to be.
We don't survive in spite of our wounds. We survive because of them.
We, all of us, have been raised to believe in this mission with all of our hearts and minds. If we cannot heal the dark heart of Bella Sway, how can we ever hope to succeed?
I don't know who to trust.
Trust me.
You could see Moonhaven on AMC+. And we do have a Black Diamond this week with Neptune Frost. A group of escaped Colton miners forms an anti-colonialist computer hacker collective in the hilltops of Burundi. They soon attempt a takeover that is exploiting the region's natural resources and its people. This film was shot in several different languages, including Swahili and French, and is available with English subtitles. A gender-bending, neon-covered spectacle that melds elements of Afrofuturism into a narrative of love, spirituality, and liberation. One of the most original movies of the year that is an experience in its own right. You can see Neptune Frost on Apple TV, Vudu, or Amazon. And this week's collection showcases the best of this year's new TV series. Of course, we include some of the hot buzzy titles, but if it's a season 2 or season 4, you've probably already seen it or heard about it. We think it's important to uncover a number of lesser-known shows some you may not have heard about, so have fun exploring. And that's a wrap for the iGEMStv Guide this week. Hope you have a great weekend, enjoy these iGEMS selections, and until next time, the search is over.